Hi everyone, it's SuNN here. Thanks for joining me for another Fabricate Friday video. Today I have a little bow box. It's a little bow. It is a fold flat box, even with the decoration. How cute is that? The example here is using the Delightful Dijon, and the bow is made with the Blackberry Bliss Stitch Satin Ribbon, I think it's called. And I'm using the Num Num set for the greeting. This one. I love this. The font on it is so nice. So, all right. So I want to show you how to make it. If I can get focused here. Hello. There we go. Okay, move some. Oh, and I wanted to show you. This was my inspiration box. It is a little box that I was at the nail girl's office, and she had some beauty control items, and look really good with the gold strip, and I don't have any of the gold, so I just made my own, but the size is pretty much the same. Cute, hey? I like to show where I get my inspiration from, so because it all comes in different forms. Okay, so today we're using a piece of cardstock that is 8.5 by 7.5, and we're going to start scoring at the long side at 2 inches, oops, 4 inches, 6, and at 8. And we're going to go on the short side at 3/4 of an inch, 2 3/4, 4 3/4, and 6 3/4. Okay, that's all the scoring that we're going to require. And then we're going to burnish. Fold and burnish all of these score lines. Okay, so this is the, you have a skinny rectangle here. So basically what I'm going to do is remove all 4 of these pieces. Then I'm going to remove this and this. And I'll show you kind of what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Oops. So cut down that score line. So this is going to be the sides that fold in. And we're going to remove this whole section here. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. The color I'm using here today is mint macaron. I didn't have any mint macaron ribbon yet, so I'm going to use Lost Lagoon. You're going to see how nicely the two go together. Okay, so this is the top, or this is the part that folds in like that, so we're going to leave that, but you can see I've really cut down those side pieces, and I did want to make them even. So how I'm going to do that is I'm folding that one up, I'm folding this over, and I'm folding this over. So I've got the two pieces that I need to cut, and I just want them sort of equal, so I'm just going to lop them off. Boop, just like that. You see that? And I will be wedging out. I should do that right now because I'm going to forget. And that helps that little inside, or the flappy bit, to fold in with no trouble. All right, so same with the other side. I'm going to fold our lip in. I'm going to fold this one this way and that one that way, so I can just get a nice, I mean, you don't really have to do this, I just prefer it so that they're even. So really, in all reality, sometimes I take a little bit extra care when I make these boxes, and you know, I don't know if people notice, but I notice. It makes me happy that I know things are somewhat even. All right, that looked a little cattywampus. Okay, so I'm going to take my corner rounder, and this is the same size as the Stampin' Up! Project Life corner rounder. And I will give you a link to where you can purchase that corner rounder. And that's that. So now we're going to come with our 1-inch circle, because you can see here there's a little cut out on both sides. So I'm using a 1-inch circle punch to do that. And my circle punch is, it's Martha Stewart, don't sue me. So this is where we're going to take the bow. So I just want to take a little half moon out. So I'm measuring kind of in there. I always say, especially when, because I have to craft on a budget, and I always say, like, I love Stampin' Up's projects, or products, but what I found is that as a demonstrator, I need to demonstrate with Stampin' Up products, and sometimes I just don't have enough money to go and buy, you know, punches and whatnot, especially when I already had them. So I know that they're a little bit contraband, but, you know, please forgive me. All right, so we're going to put the Terran tape on the back here. Or any adhesive of your choice. All right. And now, I probably should have put the Designer Series paper on, but I'll do that right now. So we need Designer Series paper. We need 4 pieces of 1 7/8 by 1 7/8 square. So this is the in color paper stack. And because now that we have the notches in here, that's where the bow is going to go, and I'm not going to put any Designer Series paper on top, but I am going to put it on the side. And if you're using this particular paper, which has writing on it, you will want it to be the right side up. So turning that around, right side up. And this gives a very tiny border. So this side is going to be, so the lip folds in, so we're going to put the writing this way. You have to be careful if you're using a patterned paper that has a direction to it, and this does, so we'll be careful. So that's what you should have. Let's hope that it goes together sweetly, like the way I had intended. Sometimes I make the boxes so snug and I'm not very careful cutter, especially when I'm on film, it seems. So I'm just adjusting a hair. Oh yeah, see, look at, there's a score line that should have been removed. There we go. And that should fit in nicely now. There we go. Let's hope this side goes. Nope. I need a little bit more off of here. I should really take my time, but because I'm on video and I don't want to waste too much of your time, I'm hesitant. So I try to whip through it, and there it is. So that's my little box. Now, obviously, you don't have to you don't have to have this design. You could have easily done it this way and, you know, sealed off that box on the bottom and use this as the top. But I wanted to do something a little different. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, here's, oh, nice. So we've got the Lost Lagoon ribbon, and I'm going to feed that through. That's a lot, but that's okay. And I'm going to close it, because it's easier to have the box closed while you're messing with a bow. Okay, so left over right and under, pull taut. And I was actually told, I read somewhere that if you needed help with your bows, you could get like a little clippy and use a clippy to hold your bow, and then, you know, do your loops. Oops. I seem to be doing okay without it, with my finger. So I will snug that up. Oh my God, it's so cute. And I actually don't mind the little tails hanging out. So that's pretty much the box done. And now I just want to do a little bit of stamping. And I am using, like I said, the Num Num set, the Something for You. And a little something for you. And then I'm using my large oval punch, the 2 inch by 1 3/8 inch punch. It's oval. And I just want, it's probably the smallest piece of Whisper White I could have possibly imagined. So, yeah, my large oval punch has a little snag in it. Okay, I wanted the greeting on the far end so that I could punch a little hole in that. And I'm getting my Lost Lagoon out now. And I'm going to do the same. just punch out a little piece. And I'm using just a regular, it's a really tiny hole punch. I have no idea what size it is. And I think I will use Whisper White. So you're probably wondering about all these little tins. I have a shelf that's kind of right in front of me, and like I don't have a lot of room for my craft area. So what I end up doing is putting all of my ribbons and hang them, and I've got magnets on the bottom of the shelf, and then I just stick them there. So in case you were wondering. Okay, so I need a little bit of a dimensional, and I'm going to be offsetting this like I did in that one. So when you offset something, what you want to do is you want to put your adhesive on the part that you're on the base that you're offsetting. Does that make sense? Probably not. Oh, and I need to poke this through first. Oops, I'm all fingers and thumbs today. Instead of messing with it, I will just get my paper piercer because it's a tiny hole. There we go. Oops. All right, so I want to offset that. Just like that. And then I'm just going to tie it through the bow so that you could write the to and from underneath the like on the tag here. And I'm not doing anything fancy here. I'm just tying a knot. Oh, maybe I'll do that again a little higher up. I don't want it to have that much give. Well, it's not the perfect bow, but it's not bad. So you can tuck it underneath before you, if you're wanting to store it away, or you can leave it hanging. This one I used a very thin gold thread. I don't know if you can see that. My camera doesn't like to focus. Can you see that really thin thread? I'm really liking that. So, hello, focus. There we go. So that's my project for today. I hope I have given you all the information. Sometimes when I get crafting, I forget. So if I lacked anything with the scoring or the designer series paper or the measurements or whatever, just come to my blog, sunstampin.com, and you will find actually a link to this project's page or post on my website. And if you're Canadian and you wanted to buy any of the products that I have or that I showcased today, you certainly can. There's links in the description bar. If you're not Canadian and you just want to, keep up with the crafting bonanza that goes on in my house, just follow me by email, and I will certainly make sure that you get information on all the posts that I do. So thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next Friday. Have a great weekend.